Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good? Y'all know what it is. It's your boy Trey, my man Bishop. We got special guest Jaquan Wooten, NBA All Star for the East. Y'all know what it is. E2G presents First Formation More Sports Talk. Fall in here, ready to talk some sports. A little insight on the NBA game, upcoming All Star game, and whatever other topics that come up today. What's good with y'all this morning, gentlemen?
Hey, what's going on? WGO, WGO. It's your boy Sean, aka Bishop, aka Zalos. Y'all know what it is, man. It's Thursday. It's what is it? It
New
weekend
Year's
Eve.
Weekend Eve. Yeah, that's what we coined it.
Weekend
Weekend
Eve.
Eve.
Friday.
Weekend Eve. Yeah, Friday Eve. There it is. So hey, it's your boy, man. Yeah, that part. Hey, first let me start off by saying this, man. First, I want to give a mad shout out, man, to my beautiful and lovely wife, man, for 11 or 10 years. For 10 years, my wife and I have been married today, 10 years. And I want to say happy anniversary to my beautiful wife for 10 years. I couldn't have done it without her. I appreciate everything in which she's done. I thank her for all
If y'all only
she's done.
knew what she had to go through. If y'all only knew.
Man, hush, man. This is my moment. Let me get this out. You
No.
know what I'm saying? Hey, but I really appreciate my wife, Chantel, man. Thank you so much. Love you, babe. Thank you. So 10 more years. I appreciate y'all, man.
Another
Appreciate
20.
it.
Another 20 under your belt.
I know,
Only
man.
10?
I know. We've been together for 12 years, but 10 years. Yeah.
Of course,
Yeah.
happy birthday. Sis Chantel, I know.
I mean,
I
happy
understand.
anniversary. You said happy birthday. Her birthday's on the 23rd.
I thought anniversary. I thought I said anniversary. I'm tripping. Happy
Yeah.
anniversary.
Yeah. Yeah. Appreciate you, Commish. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. What's up,
Uh,
Wooten? I see you be on here. What's good? How you living, man? I see you in that uniform. What's good?
I'm good. I went to the range yesterday. Today they're doing like convoys, but I told them that I was on the podcast today. So
range,
Okay.
hold up. So range, okay.
Hmm.
Don't you know what? We're not going to incriminate you. I was going to ask you so what you get, but we're not. You know, what I'm saying we don't want to
Don't
put you
do it like that.
in a
Yeah, don't do
situation
it like
no,
that.
where you be like, because we've talked
36.
about what
I
we've
thought
gotten
36.
before. Oh, okay. Pop up, or paper.
Pop up. No, only the paper, ACOGs, John Wick.
Okay,
Oh, you got an
okay.
ACOG. You didn't have to say that. You
That
should
didn't
have
even
left
say
it alone.
Come on,
With
John Wick.
ACOGs. Come on.
Come on, John Wick. Come on, John
You
Wick.
know what?
What we
I
doing?
know, bruh. Stop. He said ACOG. See, you know
Hey,
what? I didn't.
yeah,
I
you
never
don't get a
qualified.
36. If you get less than a 36 with an ACOG, you need to be shooting. I'm gonna be
See,
honest
but
with
see,
you.
see, the thing is though, you got to expert to get to the ACOG. So I had to work my way up.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, okay. Got
Let
you.
us know. You know, what I'm saying, put us
Like
up on
it.
game. Let us know how it go. What is
Get us
you know,
right.
what I'm
Get us right. I like
saying.
it. Get us right.
Okay.
Get us
Okay.
right. I
What's
like
your
it. I
MS?
like
What's your MS again? Woo?
It ain't Mike.
Okay.
it. Oh, oh
Transport.
yeah. Transport. Yeah. Yes, sir. I like it. I like it. I like it. Quartermaster in the building.
Yeah.
He said, he act
Quarter,
like, yeah.
quartermaster.
He's still
Quarter,
quartermaster. Yeah.
quartermaster right
Transportation,
here.
transportation
Yeah.
core, but it's quartermaster still. We, you know what I'm saying?
Quartermaster. Let's go.
Yeah.
In the
Put that
building.
crest
Let's
on.
go.
We get it. You know what I'm saying? When Coach Marcel Snap, he act like y'all was wrong. Yeah. You know what? You know what? It's just one of those things when you think about it, bro. Everyone
Yeah.
ain't able. Yeah,
Yeah. You know,
I see you can miss quartermaster. Y'all know what it is, the QM.
in the building.
So it's funny, Bishop, because it's like I felt like the old guy just now because it's like ACOG.
Yeah.
We felt you better
Yeah.
steal fights. You know what I'm saying? Better get that ACOG off my weapon. M203. I done had qualified first class into M203. I done got up to expert in M16, so I get it. But of course, that expert M16 was I think it was paper. I don't know. It might have been. It might have been. I might have got I think I got a 36 before off pop up, but of course, in that, like I said, I've missed the 50-meter target before, but
Yeah.
that was I was bruh. When I
We
hey
all have. We all have.
when I
It's happened.
fired, I had to pull my head. I was like, hold up, man, this thing ain't go down. Like, what's going
Yeah.
on at that point?
So
Am I being?
with our
I look
company,
around like, am I punked?
you got to shoot expert twice before you can get the ACOG.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And even with the ACOG, that 50-meter target is not guaranteed. Everything else is like guaranteed. But that
Yeah,
50
that's
meters,
it. It's something about the 50 meter. Yeah, I don't know. The closest one is something about that 50
yeah,
meter
it
tunnel,
ain't
man. I don't know
guaranteed.
what it is. Yeah, there's something about that one. I don't know
You
what it
know,
is.
instantly after shoot at that 50 and it don't go down, you get a sense of disparity and
Yeah,
disappointment
Bro,
from everybody. Because I
hey,
looked, I had to sit up and turn my
hey,
head like, yo, am I tripping?
Trey, the thing about it is, it pisses you off so bad you want to unload your whole
I
clip on
love
that
you.
joke. Unload your whole clip on that joke. Be like, there's no way I missed this 50 meter
Around.
target.
Like,
Yeah,
yo,
there's no way I
you
missed
were
this.
just missing like everything. Like, put it, he's like, okay, if I shoot one more, that just means I can't shoot at the 250 or the
Yeah, yeah.
300.
Then
yeah,
you count. Now you count shots.
You
Yeah,
start,
now
yeah,
you count.
you start game planning on what you finna, how you
Yeah.
finna fire.
Now
Like,
I
yo,
lose this. So that means now I can't shoot at 300 meters. So that means I got 2 extra for the 250. Then, yeah, you start counting your shots like y'all gotta be special.
yeah. I ain't a lot, but this like new like qualifying.
What up, Q?
It's like so much more like movement now. It's like
Oh,
it's crazy.
oh, really? Oh, okay. That's
You
what's
gotta
up.
the first shot is you take one shot standing, and then you drop to the thing is supported. You shoot the rest of your 9 rounds supported. Then you
Okay.
go unsupported. Then you go kneeling supported, and then you go standing supported.
Oh wow.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh wow. They changed it up.
All with the M4.
Yep. All with them four.
Oh wow. They didn't change it up.
And you
We
gotta like do your mag
three.
change fast because the targets don't stop.
Mm.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I
Yeah, they
saw
didn't change
officers
it up.
yesterday shoot 15. So
Ooh. Ooh. Get back in line and try it again.
Yeah. So those be those things where I sit up and think, I was like, let me sit up and if I can get a unit, one of these units out here, let me go through with them. But then they be talking about, yeah, come on through the ACFT too. That's where I stop at. I was like, I'm good. We not gonna do that. We not gonna do that. I'm good.
Do y'all still do the knife firing and stuff with it as well?
yep.
Okay.
Yep. We got that. We got like gun teams where we have like a gunner on the truck and stuff. You got like qualified doing that and like all too.
Okay.
And like if one person qualifies, like the whole team has to qualify. Like the gunner has to become the driver, like some point, and then the TC has to become a gunner. Like everybody has to like qualify, and if they don't,
Have to rotate. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
If the whole team don't qualify, then no. If everybody don't qualify, then the team don't qualify.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so yeah. So if one, so what happens if so? Wow. So if one of y'all don't qualify, the whole team don't qualify.
Yeah.
So that means y'all all got to reshoot.
Everybody go back. Everybody got to go back next month. So you to do it again.
Wow.
Mm.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. That's
Same
crazy.
like 240 and like 249 now. Everything.
Hey, so it's funny. You see how
Oh, here we go.
how they did him already hitting off. So let's get it started early. Who's the best in military basketball? It's the question that's
been put up for you, Wooten.
I don't think that's a question though. Honestly, I don't.
okay. It's a different type of bravado.
Hey, Commissioner Miles, ain't no question mark behind that. It ain't no question mark behind that. He said, "Ain't no question mark behind that."
Go ahead, Wooten. What you were saying?
So, Haley but personally, it's like it is our two different players. Like I do more in practice than I do in the game. Like I don't really shoot in like games, man. Even though I can really shoot very, very well. Like when the shot that I made versus like the Eastern Conference Finals, people was like he don't shoot. Little people know we've drawn that play like 2 or 3 times, and it's worked all 2 or 3 times. I can shoot the ball, I just don't shoot the ball because we have shooters. So I don't think I've played my full game in like military basketball yet. Like,
Okay. Oh, okay.
Yeah, like I ain't showed everything that I can like military basketball yet, honestly.
Okay. Are you going to are you going to be participating to the tryout for the All Army team?
Yes, I already sent my application. Oh yeah.
Okay.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. How you feel about that? How do you feel your chances are of making the All Army basketball team?
I personally feel like I have a good chance. I mean, I've been in the gym like lifting and conditioning and stuff, and still working on my game and stuff. But I think I got a good chance of like making it there.
Okay. You plan on putting on the show? Well, we get to that question. We'll come back and get to that in a little bit. We'll run that back so we can give you opportunity to tell us what's going down for the NBA All Star. Are you are one of the All Stars for the East? Along with hopefully we get a couple of other you guys. We got Tyrone Bill that we plan hopefully to get on, as well as Saint Cyr to get on. Also representatives from the East. From the West, Claiborne, possibly Haley. So we can sit up and give an opportunity so when we can really get to the nitty gritty of a conversation when it comes to the NBA All Star. We're not trying to stir the pot or anything. We just want to make sure everyone gets their perspective, and we don't want you to have to repeat something over and over again, basically. So we'll definitely get to that, of course. Good morning, LaDonna. How you doing this morning?
What up, LaDonna? How you doing? Good morning.
So, like I said, a little conversation here and there. First and foremost, as we know, we've been covering or going over and talking about the position used in I'm almost saying military basketball. Position you in college football. Of course, we went over somehow, some way. I don't know. No disrespect, Bishop. Oklahoma has been in every category, top 5 for all these positions, for the skills position so far. I maybe I'm missing something. Maybe I got to go back and do some research. They've been in it for quarterback. I don't know how the hell that happens. They've been I know how it happens. I know how it happened. Okay, I revert my comment. I pulled it back because I was thinking about Heupel, Bradford. I was like, come on, but okay, Jalen, Kyler, and Baker. Whatever. Now y'all got Rattler. That's added into the phrase.
No. Don't add Rattler. Don't add Rattler. No, you don't. No, you do not. You do not have to add Rattler. No, you don't. Don't do that.
So this morning, of course, we'll be going over the next 2 positions, the last 2 positions on offense. That being the position of offensive lineman and tight end. So position as far as when it comes to tight end, who do y'all think? This is probably a no-brainer. This is probably actually an easy one. Who do you think is the position you for tight ends?
Oklahoma.
What would be your first? Oklahoma? Here you go again. You got to be ridiculous. Who is coming? You know what? I'm not going to even let you pull me into that. You almost got me, bro. You almost pulled me right over there.
Sam Bradford, the best NFL thief of all time. Stop it, LaDonna. Stop it.
So who would y'all give the top position to for Miami U? I mean, I'm
Miami.
God dang, I'll be a horrible teacher. It's like Mr. Amir, what is your class? Yeah, you're so good. Like because I'm giving all the answers.
I was definitely thinking like Miami though.
Okay, so it's clear. That's clear and concise. That's clear and concise. Of course, number 5 is Missouri. Number 4 is Florida. Number 3, Stanford. Number 2, Iowa, and like you just stated, number 1 being Miami. When you talk about the best conferences as far as tight ends, what schools in the non-power conference? BYU, Florida. Of course, I just said Florida, Stanford for Pac-12 and the SEC. The Big Ten is Iowa, and interestingly enough, they may not have got a vote in reference to being in the top 5, but Oklahoma does get the nod for.
I told you. Hey, you sleeping on Mark Andrews? Like, come on, bro. We had some tight ends that came out of Oklahoma, bro.
Name one.
I just named them.
Who?
Mark Andrews.
Oh, Mark Andrews. Okay, yeah, you're right. Correct. I think just him alone is what y'all standing on, though, in my opinion. But Oklahoma does get the vote for the Big 12 as being tight end U.
Thank you.
Offensive lineman U.
Oklahoma.
Number 1, Oklahoma.
I mean,
no, I'm asking. That's what you going.
I don't know if it's no Oklahoma, but they in the top 5.
You think they're in the top 5?
Yeah, absolutely, without question.
I honestly don't even know who.
Alabama, probably Georgia.
I was thinking like Bama, Georgia, like.
And it's probably some. You know what? It's probably some off.
Some school
that we ain't even really knowing about. Yeah, probably.
So like you got. For me, thinking like from the past 3-4 years, like Bama and Georgia offensive lines have been like crazy. So
Right. Totally
just
agree.
like Alabama, I don't know what they be doing, but it's like they're like quarterbacks don't get touched.
Right. Exactly.
You know what? Now that you think about it, you say it's like, okay.
That
I'm
part.
glad we having this conversation before Claiborne on.
That's why they always got them in there during. That's why they always got Heisman's up there and stuff like that, because they got quarterbacks that don't get touched. He right. He's so right about that one. He's so right.
Okay. So we'll start off with the conferences first. No, I won't start because then they give away. So okay, number 5, Michigan.
Okay, see that.
Yeah.
Number 4. Eric said they pushed cows over in Oklahoma. Number 4, Oklahoma.
I told you. Let's go.
Boy, number 3, Ohio State.
I can see that.
Number 2, Wisconsin.
I see that.
And number 1, Alabama.
Yeah, I told you.
Alabama is old offensive
line. Like he said, they don't touch their quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, against the law in practice to touch the quarterback, so you know they ain't gonna let them touch him in games.
Yeah.
Non-power 5 conference vote getter: Boise State, SEC Alabama, Pac-12 USC, Pac-10 Wisconsin, Big 12 Oklahoma, and the ACC Florida State.
Okay, I can see that.
So yeah. So of course, next tomorrow we'll be moving into the defense, in which we'll talk about who is this. So get your mind right. Who is defensive line U?
Oh yeah, we already know.
I ain't gonna even go look and see, but it better not be no. I don't. Nah, stop it.
It is
defensive line. Come on, man. Y'all can't be in every one. Like y'all can't.
The only one we ain't gonna be in is kicker.
You know, it's crazy. I was just about to say, how do you get recruited as a punter in a kicker? Like,
I don't think you do. I think you just walk home. I think if you come out as a kicker, I think you just walk home, bro. To be honest with you. So, I don't think you get recruited as a kicker.
We're not going to disrespect the special teams. The special teams
because they make
special teams matter too.
Yeah, they make mad money. Nah, we ain't gonna disrespect them. But like, I'm like, how they get recruited? Like, do you really go into his house? We really would love for you to be. Like, we've seen you kick, and we love your foot. Your foot.
Oh my God!
I'm like, really? Like, how do you recruit a kicker? For real?
Just like y'all recruit everybody else. Yeah, I'm not going to even go. Kickers, I got y'all.
That's not a skill position.
The disrespect that kickers and punters get on this show is astronomical. Kickers, punters, I got y'all. You know what I'm saying? I will stand on the desk for y'all.
On the field that they not worried about your weight or your height. They don't care about none of that. That's the only position on the field that they don't have to do the combine. They don't have nothing to do for them at the combine. Ain't no bench press. That's it. They ain't gotta do a sprint. They ain't gotta do no
y'all are so giving me shut up and shoot vibes right now. I'm not gonna even lie to you.
I'm just saying, bro. Just kick the ball, man. I need you to kick the ball. Just kick the ball. Don't do nothing else, bro. Kick the ball. Anything else is uncivilized. And in fact, when we'll call you when we need you to come work out. We'll call you. Don't show up. We'll call you when we need you to work out.
Don't even practice.
Yeah. Go play the video game. Practice on the video game and come back and then let us know something. You know what I'm saying?
Y'all are ridiculous. So, in an unfortunate turn of events, of course, 2 years ago, we know we all lost an individual in Kobe Bean Bryant. What even, like you said, after that 2 years point, they are currently going through a trial in Los Angeles in reference to the crash site photos. Of course, if you knew already, there was a situation to where it was Vanessa Bryant, the widow of Kobe Bryant, was informed that there were some pictures that were out there that had been shown by first responders to that crash site. Attorney Lee painted a picture in court yesterday or of the irresponsibilities of the deputies and the firefighters having those pictures, stating that the pictures were not for official business. That they were basically taking pictures instead of performing life saving procedures on some of those victims. They had he said you could see where or possibly where people were laughing and joking about the pictures as they looked at them. Um,
Oh wow.
they had video of a circulation, which is interesting, which we'll get to in a second. Video of the circulation of the pictures going on within the bar. Um, so of course he stated how there could be a sense of uh, uh, that Vanessa Bryant is going to suffer for a lifetime, always wondering when and if these pictures get to the internet, and their family, her daughters, having to see it because these are pictures that no one has seen. They have not yet, like even Vanessa hasn't seen them. It was just that it was reported to her that it had because someone who thought about it was in dismay to the situation. Basically,
I thought
was the
she saw
whistle.
him before.
No, she hasn't saw.
I thought that's why she was crying yesterday. I thought they said that she saw the
She was
actual
crying.
picture.
She hadn't seen them, but that's. Oh, it's just from what he said when I was reading the article. It's from ESPN that she hadn't seen them yet, but she was crying because she's horrified at the thought of seeing them at some point, and her children having to see them because at this point they haven't been released yet. So it's like they don't know who has the pictures, and if any point if they're going to recirculate. Attorney Mira, who is the defense attorney, Hashball, argued that the site photography is very essential, but they also said the reason why you haven't seen or heard about the pictures in 2 years since the incident is because the top leaders from the fire department and the deputies department have ensured that that doesn't happen. So they basically saying that they've locked it all down and that the pics haven't appeared yet. Although it was wrong, attorney Hashball argued that the deputy had a hard time dealing with the site and what he's seeing, and basically was showing the pictures to a friend who he was confiding in, and that's what they seen. So of course, I guess once it was reported, they went. Investigators went to the site and got the tape and got the video, and was so of course that was entering the evidence, and they were showing the video of the deputy showing pictures on his phone, and then basically a shaking of the head, a conversation, people laughing. It was stated that possibly from the video alone that 30 people were in possession of the videos, those pictures at the point. So, in hearing that, it's like, do you think it's a possibility for it? Yeah, it hasn't surfaced yet, but as soon as someone need a quick payday,
Oh yeah, somebody,
it's like all that goes out the window. Ain't no one like trying to hear that. Like, oh, y'all fired me.
Somebody's gonna leak dark pictures. Somebody's definitely gonna leak pictures.
Without question.
And then the person whoever does it, it's gonna be like anonymous, and nobody's gonna know who did it, but somebody's gonna get paid for it. So I do it.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the whole meaning. That was the whole sole purpose of why people went into that crash accident taking pictures.
You think so?
And they know. Oh yeah, they know.
Especially not without especially without an official camera. If you ain't taking it with an official camera, yeah.
Yeah, so they knew them taking pictures with their phone and stuff like that. That probably somewhere down the line, they could probably get paid mad money for that, without question. Without question.
Like she didn't even find out from the detectives.
Yeah, she found out from the Los Angeles Times.
Right.
TMZ put it out.
Oh, TMZ, yeah. TMZ Los Angeles Times. Basically media. She ain't find out from found out from the media.
And I think she tried to sue
media be on it.
I think
but of course they pay good money
TMZ for that.
Yeah.
Right.
The media be on it. They can get their sources. I'm very sure people pay good money for the sources. We need some sources, Bishop.
No, I'm not that dude. I'm not that dude.
Going into let's see. second.
So, Wooten, what are you looking forward to mostly at the NBA All-Star game?
Personally, I just hope
Yeah.
it's like a good like competition because I've played a couple like All-Star games and stuff. But like this is I think this one's gonna be different because there's people from like everybody's play like different type of like level ball. Like some people play like overseas like pro ball type stuff, and some people play college. I played the one I played in. I played in the All-Star game in high school. Played in one in JUCO, but like you can tell like people just out there trying to score 30, 40 points and not really trying to make it like that's like awesome. They're actually playing like they was trying to win something. I don't know. That's going 2,000% hard.
2,000% hard, right?
Like it was like.
So is it safe to say they be in there playing like the guys be playing on 2K when you be playing in the rec?
Yeah,
and they don't pass the ball. Don't want
like I remember the one in college. This one kid, he was actually our point guard. He brought the ball down court and shot like 6 times in a row. Didn't pass. Wasn't even looking to pass. It was like,
wow.
It's like
He's just throwing it up. Yeah, he throwing it up. What?
I hope it's just like a good like competition. Hopefully, I'm hoping we see a couple like one-on-ones throughout the like game, like back and forth throughout the game.
Okay.
So you looking to square up basically, bring some people out.
You want some isolation.
ISO, calling ISO.
You want some isolation.
Yeah,
which is good. That's what,
like
what people want to
see. Get serious.
Yeah. Like the real NBA. Yeah. Like,
first 3 quarters, it's fun and games, but that 4th quarter, it's like serious.
Let's book it down. Yeah, let's book it down. Let's get this win. Yeah, I'm with you.
But stuff like that only makes sense when the game is close. If it's a blowout by that point, it's like unless it's a comeback effort, then it's kind of reining in. But of course, we'll be able to see it, catch it on RSN, in which I'm very sure Commissioner Myers and Coach Mayon or someone that would give that information, so we could put out, so we could be able to talk about that and see it through streaming. So interesting fact, Bishop, and Wu, the players in the NBA must be vaccinated to play in Canada. Now we know that was the case for the last year because, of course, Bishop's beloved Kyrie Irving for the Nets couldn't play or couldn't play there, but they must be vaccinated to play in the NBA. I mean, to play in Canada. So that being said, if the player is not able to play, the team must label them as out, safety and health protocol, and they lose that check for that. They lose that check for that game. So, do you think we have much any issues with this throughout the season for the most part in the NBA, where you're going to have a lot of players that's not vaccinated can't play it, and they're going to be a lot of money loss, or you think it's going to really be an isolated situation?
I personally think a lot of players can be a lot anyway, but it's not like a star player. They don't really talk about it. like if it's not like one of the like key players, they don't really. If it's not like a key like role player or a key star player, they just like safety protocols or like health and safety, and they just push it on or coach's decision. But if it's somebody like Kyrie or Andrew Wiggins, they're like. Everybody knows about it. The whole world knows about it.
Okay, I agree. What's good, Claiborne? How you doing this morning, sir?
In the building. DC, what's good?
Been a morning.
I see you.
Look like you having one of them good hard charging Army mornings out there, bro. What's good? Look like he in the motor pool or something. Look like he out there. Look like he getting it. He getting that work in, bro.
No motor pool now. I had to get ready for this meeting.
Okay.
So, Western Conference All-Star representative, SAS Sergeant Deontay Claiborne what's good. We was just talking to Wooten about the NBA and what he's looking at seeing in this All-Star game. A lot of back and forth, some one-on-one, some ISO. what's your expectation for this All-Star game?
Oh man, I think it's gonna be fun. Like we haven't got to do something like this. Like I don't think we ever got to do something like this before. And I think at first it's gonna be like any other All-Star game. People gonna be out there doing things, ISO things like that. But I think at the end of the day, people are gonna be competitive. So when it comes down to like who's gonna win the game, I think people really be trying to like win the game.
Put in that work.
Mm-hmm. Same rhetoric that Wooten was just talking about and giving us. Like, it's at this point, you know what I'm saying, it's going to be, it's the first 3 quarters probably is going to be what it is, and then there's time when it come down to it, the nitty gritty, for us to see who gets to say we won the first inaugural NBA All-Star game. So
East
definitely,
versus
East versus West, of course. So what I'd like to add is, let's talk about predictions, right? Predictions. I have a couple of predictions that's going on here for the 21 time for the Deuce Trey season in the NBA, to where ESPN was so graciously able to afford us what they perceived as being the predictions for the 23-23, the 22-23 season. So with that, starting with the records first, um, in the East, of course, I don't know, Bishop may not agree with this. Who we have as the contenders are, they expect Boston to be number 1, 54-28. Milwaukee Bucks 54-28 at number 2. The Miami Heat 51-31 for number 3. Philadelphia 76ers 50-32 at the 4th seed. Toronto Raptors 47-35 at the 5 seed. The 6th seed, the Atlanta Hawks 46-36. The play-in group, Cleveland Cavaliers making it with the 7th seed 45-37. Chicago at the 8th seed 44-38. The Brooklyn Nets 9th seed 40-42. And of course, bringing up the rear, the Brooklyn Knicks, the New York Knicks at 39-43. Do we hear Cap anywhere? Is there something which y'all agree with, don't agree with?
I'm assuming that Brooklyn Nets, they KD won't be there.
That's exactly what it is.
That's why.
That's exactly what it is, Wood. Before
we're not gonna act like y'all just didn't, it wasn't just in the play-in this year.
Who wasn't in the play-in? We was in the play-in.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're not gonna act like y'all wasn't just in the play-in.
But y'all did not make the play-in. What we gonna talk about is that y'all did not make the play-in. But like you, back to you, Wooten. Yes, it is exactly because I'm the Brooklyn Net fan.
Oh, okay.
I'm a Kevin Durant fan. I ain't no Brooklyn. Wherever Kevin, I go. So,
but you're right. But before Kevin Durant put up that stupid, dumb announcement about either me or get rid of me or get rid of the front office, Steve Nash and all of them. They were higher than 8. They were higher than 8 or 9. But being since then they dropped.
They was top 4.
Yeah, exactly. They dropped because of that. So that's the only reason why they really dropped, is because of the things that's going on with KD.
So I assume
play with KD. Like, they got people that come in and they're like, here, KD, here. Let's go on and take us home. Like, now they gotta have players that come in and actually want to play with him.
My thing is, I don't know what we getting out of Ben Simmons. Like, I don't know.
No one knows. No one knows what we getting out of Ben Simmons, because he ain't been on.
Also, I don't even know if Kyrie's gonna play the full season, or if he's gonna take another break to himself. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen.
That team is in such disarray, man. I'm not going to even lie. To be completely honest with you, the Brooklyn Nets are right now in turmoil because it's so much going on. They can't even focus on the game.
And I was telling him, I feel like that's why KD won't leave, because it's so inconsistent. Like, he don't know. Kind of like James Harden. James Harden left because he didn't know what was going on.
What to expect, right? And I'm glad you said that, Wooten, because now I don't blame James for leaving.
Yeah,
I don't blame him. But now I don't blame James Harden for leaving. I don't, because I wouldn't want to be under that nonsense either.
So I seen a story yesterday that Philly wants Kevin Durant.
Right. Yeah, I just saw that too. I just saw that in the Bleacher Report.
Yep.
I just saw that in the Bleacher Report. But I also saw in the Bleacher Report that with what is this with what is it 36 minutes past the hour that Lakers willing to include 2 first rounders for Kyrie.
Yeah.
So they look like they're trying to dismantle the entire Brooklyn team outside of Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
With Ben Simmons going nowhere anyway.
I talked to Kevin Durant yesterday, and we want to go to Phoenix.
That's what I said. I said I'm with that. That's what I said too. I said he need to go to Phoenix. I was mine.
We want to go to Phoenix.
Yeah, I'm with that. I'm with that. I like Kevin Durant going to Phoenix.
No, we're not with that.
I am. I know you don't want it, but you're mad because they put the Clippers over the Lakers with a more chance to win a NBA title. I know
It also depends on what John Wall they get.
Ooh, Wooten right there. That was huge. That was huge right there.
Me personally, I'm not sorry.
Do not let Tyrone. What's good, man? Because these dudes, man, Bishop Bishop is gassing up, and I mean Bishop and Wooten right now is on that gas. Like I don't know. So he's gonna say we got. What's good, Tyrone? What's good with you, man? What's going on this morning?
How you figure, man?
Good morning.
What's going on, sir? How you doing? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. I'm not gassing. I'm just telling you. Me and Wooten are giving you the truth, man. We give you the what's real. Claiborne it ain't like Clay is saying anything different. It ain't like he being
Don't try that silence is agreeing stuff either. See, all my life.
I'm not getting into that what they're talking about, man. I'm not.
Look, all I'm saying is Brooklyn is having some stuff in the office, but we're not gonna act like the Lakers are all fine and dandy either.
How does the Lakers even enter? I ain't even got to the West yet. How does the Lakers enter this conversation? So Tyrone, I was giving them the breakdown on what we have, what the predictions so far per ESPN for them going into next season, and so it just so happened that Brooklyn was the 9th seed or 8th seed, what their prediction was. So of course, Bishop being the Brooklyn fan and Wooten being a KD fan, they felt that wasn't the correct prediction.
It's so disrespectful. It's so disrespectful.
That's accurate.
Thank you. Like we're not gonna act like y'all in this flux. I ain't say nothing about the Lakers yet. We ain't even get to the West yet.
Hold on, we coming on the show with the nonsense. That's what we doing right now. You just gonna say, "Oh, that's accurate." Really, that's what we doing right now.
I'm very sure he has a soliloquy on why it's accurate. So please present us. Give us your take on that, Tyrone.
Hold on, Tyrone. Before you do that, who's your team?
I'm sorry, Tyrone.
Tyrone, who's your team?
Lakers.
I knew. Stop it, Bishop.
Yes, sir.
Yes, thank you.
It's just that Bron fans want this KD.
No, it's talk. It's real talk. Factual. Facts is facts.
No.
You know what I'm saying? We ain't even got to the Lakers yet, but you know what I'm saying? But we'll get to the West, of course. We'll get to the West in a second. But of course, I want to bring up, of course, they have the bottom 5 for the East is Charlotte at 38-44. The Washington Wizards at 34-48, the Detroit Pistons at 28-54, the Orlando Magic at 23-59, and the Indiana Pacers at 23-59. So why do you think the fact that Miles Bridges is going to be there could be some of the reason why they're looking at Charlotte taking a hit and not moving forward for this upcoming season?
Yeah, I think Charlotte lost. I think Charlotte also lost like 2 or 3 other players too. And
what's his name? Harold.
Yeah, they didn't really made like no moves just like off season either.
Gordon Hayward as well.
I can see them.
So,
but I don't know.
Go ahead, Will.
They might make. I don't know. That Charlotte seems like tricky. They could make the like play in, but then again, they possibly couldn't. So they have like a lot of guards though. That like Charlotte team they're really guard heavy.
Guard heavy team.
Okay, so Tyron, we had an opportunity for Wooten and both Claiborne to say let the people know that NBA All-Star Tyron Bale is representing the East. What are your expectations for this All-Star game? First inaugural NBA All-Star game.
Looking at the rosters, I feel like the East has an advantage, of course. Not just saying
Oh,
that 'cause they're playing,
okay.
but I think it'll be a competitive game. But I think the inside for the East is going to be the I guess the biggest factor on why we take the dub.
Okay. Let the people know who you represent. I didn't get a chance to say that. I know, but let the people know that's who you are representing, what installations you are representing.
Fort Benning, Georgia.
Okay. Wooten.
Fort Campbell.
Claiborne, I don't need to say nothing. We already know how you get down, what's going on, but let them know for the one time.
Say it again.
Who you representing? Who you let the people know who you representing for the NBA All-Star game.
What post?
Fort
Oh,
Pope.
Fort Pope.
Yes, sir. Out there, got that boot, baby. So moving forth with the Western Conference because I know everyone wants to know. I can hear the hate in Bishop right now. He ain't even said nothing. I can hear it immersing through the screen. Of course, they have number one, the Phoenix Suns, 56-26. Second seed, Golden State Warriors, 55-27. The Denver Nuggets, 53-29. The Memphis Grizzlies, 51-31 at the 4th seed. The 5th seed, the Los Angeles Clippers at 50-32. The Dallas Mavericks, 6th seed at 49-34. The Minnesota Timberwolves at 49-33. The New
Wow.
Orleans Pelicans moving up with 43-39 record at the 8th seed. The 9th seed, the Los Angeles Lakers at 42-40. And the 10th seed, the Portland Trailblazers at 35-47. I heard wow when we said Minnesota Timberwolves. Wooten, you disagree?
Yeah, that I don't like that Rudy and Cat duo. I don't like it. I feel like Minnesota is like a good like doing a season team, like a season team. They're not. I thought they Rudy Gobert is like on the quarter for the Utah Jazz. I pulled a lot of key. So I don't see.
Okay, so I can imagine the hate. Bishop, you agree with this list, or is it
Big
someone
man,
should?
Absolutely, I agree with that list. That list sounds about right to me. Sounds about right to me, man.
and I don't know about give up being pretty.
Sounds about right. I don't see any problem. Where do you see the problem at, Trey? Where would
Also,
you
I don't have.
where would you see that there's somewhere there should be some changes within the list? Where do you?
I'm
And
not
please
going to
don't
even
say
let you. I'm not going to even let you pull me into this.
thank you.
What's
I
good,
appreciate
Coach Wayne? What's good, Coach
it.
Wayne? So
I
and
appreciate
and that's so. Wooden, you brung up a good point, Wooden, and Coach Wayne even set up he's in my head right now. Yourself and Tyron, y'all are basically the, probably the best bigs for as far as the army right now. So if in that same mindset of Cat versus and Rudy Gobert, is this potentially what we can sit up and see for you as far as you, the Wooden and Bill connection going forth, like even in the as far as the NBA All Star game and maybe even for the All Army team, or either one y'all can answer it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, but
I get that
yeah,
because
but I like us better.
go ahead. Wooten, I think, is a more defensive specialist, but also he has an outside range, so
Uh-huh.
he's a combination of both players. Whereas me, I'm strictly inside the paint, so I think it's kind of the same tandem, but a little bit more versatile.
Okay, and we of course of course we wouldn't think anything different that you look and you would take y'all as a tandem as opposed to Cat
Yeah.
and Gobert. So Tyron, who do you see anything wrong with this? How they have it set up with the contenders and the top 10 potentially finishing? Do you see any missteps or anything you would change?
I don't, but I can tell you right now, by mid-season, that list is going to be all mixed up.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Where were the where were the Clippers at?
Number 5, the fifth seed, 50 and 32 in the season.
Yeah, I don't see the Lakers doing the playing game. I think they'll get a good seed this year. Not saying they'll be number 1 or 2, but I think they'll be number 7 or 8.
Okay.
So them being, I think, at the playing game right now, I think that's inaccurate.
I don't understand how they have Golden State as the 2 seed though. That's
number 1.
They're the defending champion. How can you not?
That's the automatic.
It's like, why are they not the 1 seed? How
are
Phoenix?
Okay.
How is Phoenix?
One over them. Oh, okay. I see. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Gotcha.
Because Golden State didn't really lose anybody. Well, they lost Gary Payton. They didn't lose like none of they're like scorers though, and they get like James Harden back. So
right. No, I feel you on that. You're right. They should be coming in at number 1. I totally agree.
Back to that LA team though, we ain't got them. We're not act like if LeBron don't want Russell Westbrook there. They told to get rid of him, and he's still there.
I swear, it's like y'all had a conversation. Y'all really trying to take me there. That's what I see. Y'all really trying to take me there.
Bring him to Brooklyn.
Please don't. Oh,
we don't want him.
We sure don't.
Brooklyn's
Nobody.
About to
explode. We are. I totally agree with you, Bill. We are.
They are. Me and KD are going to pack our bags and we leaving. I'm tired of it.
Just wait. Russ is going to show y'all who he should have been last year. Just wait.
Even Bill said he don't know about that.
He's going to show. I think he's going to show.
I'll be honest, I'm surprised they didn't trade him already or make a better attempt to get him out of there.
I think it's because Darvin wants him there. I think Darvin Ham really wants him there to give him out to try to show. Yeah.
But Bron don't want him there. So after a while, they're going to choose Bron. Oh my God.
Bron come in there with that KD stuff if you want to. And you see how it go.
I bet it go better for Bron
but
than
he's been doing it his whole career.
I bet it go better for Bron than it do it for KD. Bron might not even really want AD there no more, to be honest. He can't stay healthy on the court. He always he can't stay on the court. Why would you want somebody who can't stay on the court with you? Like he might not want either one of them.
He ain't like once.
Yeah. If I'm LeBron, I'm like, look, if I'm LeBron, man, I'm going to the front office. I'm like, look, man, look, what we ain't about to do, we ain't about to keep this bust of Westbrook and hurtful ass AD over here. Y'all need to make some changes. Look, I came over here to get some wins. I'm trying to be a part of the dynasty, the legacy, the legendary Lakers. And with these two clowns right here, I can't do it. I can't. Y'all got to make some moves or I'm out of here.
That's what he said.
I'm just saying. If I was him, that's what I would say. If I say we got me and AD got one with you together. We got one for y'all. But hey, AD ain't doing his thing. Hey, the dude can't even walk down the stairs without falling or getting hurt, jamming his toe. I need him to go. And then Westbrook, he can't hit the side of a barn. This dude can't shoot a 5-foot jumper. All he can do is jump. So that's all he can do.
Russell's never really been able to like shoot the ball. He just relied on his like
athleticism.
Really athletic. Like his mid range was fine up until this past year. Then that just went out the window too.
Everything went. Yeah, his assist, his mid range, everything. All he could do was jump out the gym. That's it. But LeBron was like, I can do that too, and I'm taller. I can do that. I don't need Westbrook for that. I can do that. I don't need.
LeBron needs shooters around him though.
He does. He does need shooters.
His best team, he had like shooters around.
So Tara and Coach Wayne got a question for y'all. Y'all able to answer this? Go ahead. I foresee the hot seat questions is coming up. So here go one.
Since we talking about projections, ooh.
Respectfully, from what growing up, I feel like the team that won everything has to be the 1 seed. So unfortunately, Fort Jackson has to be the 1 seed coming in. But if we're talking conference wise, I think Fort Campbell has to be the 1 seed in the Eastern Conference because we did win the Eastern Conference.
Barely.
Yeah.
But
okay.
I feel like I'm not sure if Fort Jackson gonna have all the pieces they had last year. That's why I'm not considered number 1. But I would say I'll give you a top 3 that I think it'll be interesting. So I think Pendleton.
Heard about them. I heard about Camp Pendleton.
Marines, yeah.
Yep.
For Hood, because they're always competitive. For Hood, if they have him.
Okay.
So it depends on an individual out there.
And that was a matchup nightmare. I don't know this, and I would say, let's see, Fort, what is it? JBLE. The team
Yeah,
they used to be a powerhouse, but no one got a chance to see him. So if they show up and show out like they used to, there'll be a. I don't think a lot of teams. I don't think a lot of people have seen them play this year, but
no, yeah, I definitely got.
They were the number one team in the NBA at one point.
I definitely got Camp Pendleton. They're always tough. They're like always. And I don't know how they've been having the same player since I joined. No, how that works. I don't know what they got going on down there, but they keep having the same players down there. I don't know if they're like extending or reinventing or what, but they had the same team.
He said they ain't leaving. He said they supposed to be gone by now. He said they should be gone by now. They done been there way too long. They should be PCS by now.
That's how you build a program, though. You got people that stay there for a couple of years. That's how you build powerhouses.
Yeah,
unless you have a team like Jackson, which you got guards that are ungodly. But other than that, that's how you build those number one, number two seeds. Guys playing.
I think Fort Jackson, Fort Benning, and conference wise, those were the two teams I hated, especially Fort Jackson, because I don't know what Coach Wayne and them do, but they don't shoot no mid ranges, no twos. Everything is threes. Like,
so they got shooters basically all over the court.
Yeah. And as a big man, you hate that. Yeah, as a big man, you hate that. Yeah, I get it.
Respect to their bigs, man, because I don't know how they do it. Running up down the court. Eric, Doctor, they and Merriweather, those guys the ghost, man. Because I can imagine playing on a team where 85% of the the offense is from 3-point line.
That's crazy.
I think we played. We played Fort Jackson in North Carolina. A lot of you not. I looked at the scorebook after because it seemed like every shot they took was a three. They made 25 threes.
Good God!
And a lot of them, a couple of them was like contested, but it like there was nothing you could do. They were just going up, banking, cash. I'm like, okay, you know what? We lost. It's all right. We lost this one. Okay.
25 threes at half? Good Lord.
Between Traps, Colton, Robinson.
I was about to say Colton, yeah.
McGee.
They have a I think their guards are. I think those four guards are like the best four guards, like as a team
in the nation.
Yeah, their team guards are tough. Like they're like Colton. I think Colton. People sleep on Colton.
Coach Ryan.
But I think Colton like
he can do it all.
Yeah, Colton's tough. Colton's very tough.
So he's not, he's a small guard. He'll dunk on you.
And he's not like really flashy. He's not really flashy, but we thought we was holding him good. Like we looked at the like scorebook. He had 25. We didn't know he had 25. He didn't even think he had 25.
He had a quiet 25 movement.
A very quiet 25. But like,
wow.
And Ray's tough. Like, those guys, like, once you like, they get to their spots and there's like really nothing you can do about it. You just gotta guard them. Like, you just gotta hope that they miss.
So it definitely sounds like it. Listen to it like we just had Tyron was just talking about how his three was, of course, the Marines and Pendleton, JBE, which I can't remember what his name was, but we did have a JBE player, and he basically said, like, saying his bravado was that JBE is that team, is that squad, but yeah. So they talk about that, but then of course the conversation, of course, we were talking about now. I guess you could talk about the present. Is Jackson is a nightmare when it comes to, because they got shooters all over the court and the big men that basically get down there in the paint. So there's not much paint action going on, or y'all stay running out, or how do you defend the team? And what do the big man does for the Jackson team?
So
Yeah, for sure.
for us, when we play them in the Eastern Conference Finals, we had our guards pick them up full court, like that, and we like rotate guards, hoping that they'll get tired. I don't think they got tired. I think they missed a lot of shots. But our guards did play like good defense. Like once they like passed the ball, we didn't let them get the ball back. Like they didn't get to touch it back again.
Deny.
Yeah, like and then like with like strings, you just live with pick and roll. We're gonna take two, then like three, but it was still a dog fight. It was still a dog fight.
Yeah, you got to have dogs on your guard wise to play defense because if you can win that big matchup, that's okay. But you got to equalize at least one or two of the guards. If you can get one of those guards to win those matchups, you got to. But if all three of them are going hot, even with a big scoring 20 or 30, it's nothing you can do.
It don't even matter.
You got to win one.
And it's crazy because they really have four players, like four guards who can go for 30. Like they have four guards who can go for 30. It's
wow. Wow, that's crazy.
So of course, Jackson is on the East, which of course it continues to allude to the fact of the ideal is that Jackson is going. I mean that the East is going to walk away. Is it like an easy walk off, or is it just like it's going to be or do you foresee a walk, basically a win, or y'all finna just dog walk and it's just going to be unparalleled? It's not going to even be a contest.
Come on, the All-Star game.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it'll be competitive, just like most games the first half. Okay. And I feel like after they buckle down, figure out, what matchups be in the game, it'll start to get competitive. And, but like I said, I think the bonus is for the East having the points in the paint. Like, I know the West of the players that they're supposed to have. But looking at the roster they have, I don't see too many formidable bigs that'll be able to stop me and Wooten at the same time.
Yeah. While I'm getting at it, y'all continue on. I'm finna bring up. Actually, I'll make sure that we put the roster up as we talk to it.
It's about matchup. So you can have a guard that goes crazy, and we're getting a dogfight. But like I said, I'm excited to play. I think it'll be a really big game, showcasing talent in the military. But of course, I got to side with the East.
Yeah, I think it'll be a close game. But I feel like we're definitely. I know that we're gonna win, but I think it'll be a close competitive game. Hoping it's a close competitive game, unless they just can't hit shots or something. Because then it'll be a blowout. But
so does any of the All-Stars? So no, so I'm assuming none of the All-Stars have an advantage because this game is being played in Oklahoma City, right?
Neutral site, yep.
Yeah, neutral site. So there's no home court advantage in any way, form, or fashion. So okay. Here goes the All-Star selection for the East and the West. Okay.
So, of course, like you said, the East coached by Coach Paul Parker, assistant coach Angel Acevedo. You got Jacobs from DFW, Dixon, Benning, Scurry, Fort Campbell, Boyd, and Wooten, Bill, and from Fort Benning, OKC, Edwards. I can't see that one. We pull it up on my phone. I can't see it.
Oh, so Claiborne was on the West. So he
West.
Yeah, he's out West. Okay.
But I will say, I think some of the players on both teams, some of those guys won't be there just because whether it's appointments, family issues, birth, stuff like that.
I don't know if Haley's going.
Yeah, because he said he was on his way to Florida this morning.
Yeah.
And of course, for the West, you got Bradley, Donald, Ruffin, Haley out of Fort Hood, Ruffin out of Fort Hood, Luke, Ollie Bradley, and Darian Donald, Brandon Mitchell, and Christopher Harris out of Pendleton, Nate Haas out of Nellis, Argyle out of CMB, Delane out of Cannon, Claiborne out of Fort Polk, again Givens out of Pendleton, and Eddie Foley from Luke Air Force Base, and then finishing it up, Igman, out of OKC for the East, Andrew Clark and Mark Bowie from Fort Campbell and Fort Benning, respectively. Jermon Cadenhead out of JB Myers, and then of course, like we just talked about, Colton Ray out of St. Cyr out of Jackson. So,
Hey, Coach Wayne, is Colton coming? Because I don't know if Colton's coming still.
No, I don't think Colton's coming. Last I checked,
okay.
he was.
Okay, so
Okay.
Yeah,
and
but
which of course that
those teams on paper, I think that would be a game for the ages. If everybody showed up from both of those teams, that would be a very competitive game.
Okay. Wooten Bill Edwards, sheesh, that's big.
Yeah, Edwards is a problem.
of course he said he was to response. Colton's not coming.
Colt was not gonna be there. He said.
I think Edwards played with Hood when they won the MBT or whatever, and then he played with OKC. He's a big guard, but can shoot that thing.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And so in the conversation, we hear a lot of saying basically, Bishop. What I hear is shooters.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah,
it's about to be a shot party. Yeah, it sounds like it's a whole lot of shooting. Yeah, that's what I hear. Yeah, I hear that. Which makes for a fast-paced game. I'm assuming a very fast-paced game.
But
I think it's gonna be fast-paced. I do.
Right. But is there shooters on both sides of the ball? Because I'm hearing the East.
Yeah, I hear the East. Yeah, that's me too. I'm hearing a lot of the East. Yeah, what about the West?
Some shooters. I think Argyle's a great shooter. I heard. Givens is not bad. Of course, Ali, if he comes, him and Donald, both of them can shoot.
Yeah.
Lights out for Hood. Haley, even though he's a big, he can shoot three, lefty. So really, the West definitely has an advantage on the guard play. They have a lot of
Okay.
But like I said, still got to be able to play together. It's not, you're a team. So you can have all the talent in the world, but just like, all armed forces, you got to be able to play together.
Yeah.
Let me ask both of you this, right? Because Wooten made a valid point earlier. He was like, man, those cats out of who did he say? I forget the location, but he was like, man, ever since he been in the military, them cats have been in that same location.
Camp
Pendleton since Camp. So let me ask you this, because this is something we've talked about a few times before here on the show. Excuse me. So when y'all go to these games and tournaments and stuff like that, do y'all lobby in trying somewhat recruit guys to come out to your area to try and build your team in any way, form, or fashion? Do y'all talk to guys and say, hey, I think we could be a powerhouse if you was to come down here to Fort Campbell, or we could be a powerhouse if you come down here to Fort Pogue? You know what I'm saying? Do y'all do that?
Me personally, I don't ask players to come join us. I don't ask players to come. Like, you should come here and so we can play together. Like, for one, I don't know. I since I've been here, the group of guys that we got, I want us to like win it like with the group of guys that I like came here with, like the guys that like was here whenever I got here. So I haven't personally asked nobody to join. I've had some coaches ask me to come to their places, but I haven't personally asked nobody like come join us. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I've been in the Army for 9 years, and I've probably played on damn near 7 or 8 post teams. It's never a recruiting thing. I mean, how the Army is, you go where you go. It's not like I can go to Fort Campbell next year. Like, it doesn't work like that. But I've had players that I've enjoyed playing with or against that I, potentially would like to see like all armed forces or all Army or something like that. But I've never been anywhere or had someone say like, hey man, I want to come play with you. Let me see if I can get some orders or something like that. Like, it doesn't work like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would love to type play with, but like Bill said, like I know for a fact, like it's not like I can just pick and choose. Like, hey, I want to go here. Like, play here, or
But okay, let me ask you this then. So, of course, because I'm prior Army too, so I know you go where the needs of the Army, or you go where where they send you. But when it comes time for say for instance reenlistment, is that something that's in the back of your mind? Is that something that you take into consideration?
Good question.
When it comes to the sport of basketball in your occupation, do you take in consideration? Oh, hey, I'm up for reenlistment, and you have a choice to pick where you want to go. Do you put that in consideration?
Not For me personally, no, because basketball isn't what pays the bills. It's it's your positions, where you're stationed at, stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
for me, when I choose a place, I base it solely off job titles, positions that I can get or
Okay.
schools.
Yeah.
And if I'm lucky enough to go to a Fort Hood or Fort Jackson, so be it. But if I had to go to Fort
Fort
Lee
Polk.
or Fort
Mm-hmm.
Bragg, something like that, then that's what it is. But
Fort
I
Polk.
definitely
Fort Polk or Fort what's that up in New York? The other
Fort Drum.
13th Fort Drum.
Drum.
Fort Polk or Fort
Drum.
Drum.
Fort Drum.
If they ever tell me I'm going to Fort Drum, I'm gonna find a way to mailboard. I'm not going to Fort Drum.
Nope.
I will not. I have a friend that at Fort Drum, and my man has been miserable since he got there. So,
Oh yeah. Fort Drum ain't where you want to be.
like,
So Coach Ron, of course, entered into the comments and has a message for you guys.
Coach, I'll probably
Ooh.
be on a good 35% until the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's always the goal. My goal is just to win my matchup. I don't want to go out there and get my ass busted. Now,
Yeah.
guy, Harris or something like that. Yeah, I scored 35 on Bill. Like, nah. So
Yeah, see, like
Yeah.
I'll be cooling and like chilling until like somebody start like talking, and
So
then
I was about to say, so is the talk?
Yeah.
What's going to happen when someone starts talking? Because like Coach Wade had asked earlier, are y'all going to play D? Or y'all going to do like an NBA? Wait till the fourth. But what happens if someone starts getting in your ear and starts with the chirping, and at the
it gets
same
real.
time
It gets real then.
Wooten already said he wasn't gonna play until the fourth quarter. He
they
said
giving
that.
you the business?
hey,
Yeah.
don't let Wooten lie to you. Wooten is a talker. All right, I played against him not even a month ago. He talks. He talks. So
I do it very like low key though.
him, he gonna talk
Low
to
key.
Mm.
My dad showed me all like tricks and like gimmicks to like get on people's skins. Simple with Bill. It don't really work like him. I don't know why, but it don't work.
He said it don't really work on me. Say, I gotta use another tactic.
I won't say a word to you during the game, whether I score 2 or 40. I won't say a word to you.
Most of like I've played against from like high school to like now. Like if you can get them out of their game or like get in like their head a little and start trying to do things that like like that they normally don't do.
Mm-hmm.
Like it happens a lot.
We all know I think we all who are sports fanatics know it's not checkers, it's chess. If you can get in a person's head in a game and take them completely out their game, you've done a whole nother part of the of your job in regards to the game itself, because now you done taken it to a whole new level.
Like one of the things I like to do, I like poke somebody like in the side, the whole position. I was just like poking them in the side. It's like nitpicking.
See, Wooten that dude. See, Wooten that one.
He Lance Stevenson. That's who he is. That's who Wooten is. He Lance Stevenson.
He wanted to fight him because he just that pissed. He had pest person that you'd be like, man, just leave me alone, bro. Let's play basketball. Leave me alone.
Yeah, you sitting on the bench and he come over talking to you and he's like, bro, I'm not even in the game right now. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's Wooten. Yeah, he look at you while you on the bench after you hit a 3 or something.
While he sit up waiting for a free throw to go up, he looking at you. He's like, man, what you doing? Like, it's like, why? Like, I found my huckleberry. That's basically what it is.
Yeah. But that's cool, man. That's cool. Did you say you was trying out for the All Army team too, or you are?
That's the intent. I mean, God willing, I can still play at a high level. But yeah, I mean, I haven't played All Army in a few years.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
I would definitely. I'm getting a little older now, so I know I ain't got but too many years left. So
you left, right. Totally get it. Totally get
I
it.
would love to
try and make a run again.
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. Okay. So Bill and Wooten might be on the All Army team. Okay.
All Army team, together. That's what Coach Wayne was talking about, the best backcourt in All Army. So
that's what's up, man.
It remains to be seen. So a couple more things, NBA. Then we get into a little NFL conversation. Definitely staying with the predictions. The NBA, ESPN has a ideal going forth for next year. So they basically broke down who they think is going to be up for the awards based on a ranked process. Number 10, we'll start out there. Tied for 10th for the MVP. Tied for 10th in the voting. They have Devin Booker and Anthony Davis.
No.
Uh, number 9, Karl Anthony
Anthony
Towns.
Davis.
Oh my
Russ,
God.
don't start, Bishop.
This is getting worse. Man said, Carl Anthony Towns.
Wow. Who came up with this?
Jason Tatum is the I think 7th when we go back. Jason Tatum and Nikola Jokic are tied for 7th.
Joker is that 7th?
Yes,
That's
tied
tough.
for 7th. Yeah, Kawhi Leonard and John Morant tied for 5th.
They got a lot of faith in Kawhi. We didn't see him playing like a year and a half, I think.
But y'all, you know what? I'm not going. You know what? I'm trying to stay. Y'all, it's so many triggers right now. I'm telling you. But I'm trying to stay the course. I got you, Coach. I got you, Commissioner Myers. Steph Curry, number 4. Joel Embiid, number 2, tied with Luka Doncic. And number 1 they have for the MVP next year is Giannis Antetokounmpo. So I already hear Wooten was talking about Jokic and being 7th after winning 2. Kawhi having the faith, that much faith in Kawhi after being gone for like a year and a half. And Wooten, what's your problem with Cat? Like do you not like Cat? Big Cat, what's going on?
I think Cat's a great player, but I'm not gonna say great. I'm gonna say good. He's a good player, but he picks and chooses when he wants to play. Like that Memphis series for me left a bad taste in my mouth. Like really like horrible. Like he was talking a lot, and then like they was losing. Like he was talking like they'll like blow like a 20-point lead. I think one game he only scored like 8 or 9 points, and he like fouled out. Like I don't know. I don't see him being MVP no time soon though.
I gotta agree with Wooten. I don't see Big Cat being MVP. I don't think he's there yet. Not in the conversation. I think there's other people that could be put in that conversation before him. In my opinion.
I agree with you, Coach Wayne. I'm with you on that.
Better matchup.
For Cat right now, straight up.
Barbecue chicken.
I think Brian will help this game out, but him by himself over there. Well, I ain't by himself, but with the team he with, he ain't winning no MVP. I don't think he can be the first option guy. Like I don't see him being the first option guy.
Of course, Rookie of the Year they have at number 6 Benedict Mathurin from Indiana Pacers. Number 5 Jabari Smith from the Houston Rockets. Number 4 Keegan Murray from the Sacramento Kings. Number 3 Jaden Ivey from the Detroit Pistons.
Know who number 2, number 1 is.
At the 2, Chet
Holmgren.
and then at number 1, Paolo Banchero, as they think he's going to be the rookie of the year.
I
Getting
personally
together
think
arm bonus.
Paolo is going to be rookie of the year.
Yeah.
I think anyone at top 5, to be honest, because Ivy, what's the dude from Arizona who has an NBA body, NBA game.
Yeah, Mathurin.
I think it also depends on your team's record. Like I don't think if you go 2-60, you're gonna get So I think it also depends on how the team does.
That part, I agree.
I think that could possibly hurt Paolo because the Magic's horrible.
All right. For Coach of the Year, tie for 8th, Darvin Ham of the Lakers and Taylor Jenkins for Memphis. Number 7, Mike Malone for the Denver Nuggets. Number 6, Chris Finch for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Number 5, Will Green for the the New Orleans Pelicans. At number 4, Jason Kidd for the Mavericks. Number 3, Eric Spoelstra for the Miami Heat. Number 2, Tyronn Lue for the Los Angeles Clippers. And, of course, number 1, Ime Udoka for the Boston Celtics. Expectations to win Coach of the Year for 2023. Defensive Player of the Year, number 10, Drew Holiday, Milwaukee Bucks. Number 9, Ben Simmons for the Brooklyn Nets.
Trash.
Shout out.
We don't even know what Ben Simmons we getting. Like we don't know if I don't even know if Ben Simmons is still living because he ain't posted nothing or nothing. He just he's been MIA.
To the earth, yeah.
The whole credibility of that list.
Yeah.
Joe Embiid, number 8 for Defensive Player of the Year. Tied for 6, Robert Williams III out of Boston, as well as his counterpart, Marcus Smart, last year's Defensive Player of the Year, Boston, Marcus Smart. Number 5, Draymond Green. Number 4, Michael Bridges from Phoenix. Number 3, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Number 2, Bam Adebayo. And, of course, number 1, looking with an opportunity to win his 4th award, Rudy Gobert from Minnesota Timberwolves.
Rudy.
See, I know Bam personally, but I don't think he's number 2. I got Giannis at 2. Actually at 1. I think Rudy might need to drop some now. Just drop a lot because people are starting to figure him out now. They're trying to just go into his chest now. So,
Coach Myers, Commissioner Myers with the Ben Simmons.
Ben Simmons,
he wondered how that even get.
I don't know how they put Ben Simmons in there, and he hasn't showed. He ain't played it in a whole year.
And matter of fact, I got some in reference to Ben Simmons in a second after we get through this list. For 6th man of the year, tied for 9th, Brandon Clark from Memphis Grizzlies, as well as Kevin Love in the late years, with a possibly at 9. Number 8, Alex Russo from the Chicago Bulls. Number 7, Bobby Portis from the Milwaukee Bucks. Number
my favorite
6,
role player,
Spencer Dinwiddie from Dallas Mavericks. Number 5, Cam Johnson from the Phoenix Suns. He said, "Who is Ben Simmons?" Number 4, Tyler Hero, Miami Heat. Number 3, John Wall, Los Angeles Clippers. Number 2, Malcolm Brogdon from the Boston Celtics. And number 1, of course, that darling from Golden State, Jordan Poole for 6th man of the year. With 77% of the first place votes. Interesting, Jordan Poole. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Wow. And then lastly, of course, in the awards, most improved player, tied for 9th, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for Oklahoma and Tyrese Maxey. As well as another tie, R.J. Barrett from the New York Knicks. That's your man, Bishop. Number 8, Anthony Simons from Portland. Number 6, Anoka Agagwu from Atlanta. As well as tied for 6, LaMelo Ball from the Charlotte Hornets. Number 5, Kevin Porter from the Houston Rockets. Number 4, Jalen Green from the Houston Rockets. Number 3, Jalen Bronson from the New York Knicks. Number 2, Tyrese Halliburton from the Indiana Pacers. But of course, who they think is going to win Most Improved Player of the Year is going to be Anthony Edwards from the Minnesota Timberwolves. Ant-Man with 22% of the first place votes. So I don't know. It remains to be seen.
I think like the most improved one is always like tricky. Like it's because I don't know how Ja won most improved this past year. That blew my mind.
Well, John came on in a torrent. So I know we was just talking about Ben Simmons, and the question was asked to Ben, like, why did he leave Philly? Why did he want out of Philly? His response: Philly was weird. Their fans abuse Santa Claus. The Eagles quarterback has a noodle arm. Joel cried after every game. The cheesesteak tastes like burnt Vaseline. Meek Mills got dissed by Tekashi 6ix9ine. The place was a joke. I have been happy to be traded to the Shanghai Sharks.
That's got to be satire like crazy.
Who is this source? Because that don't sound like Ben Simmons. I don't even.
It was so I went and looked. I had went to validate to make sure like, okay, this isn't just but it was other conversations in which I was like, oh snap, this was for real, because it was other comments that people had towards it in which I was like, oh wow, this is what it was for real. So maybe like you said, maybe he was playing, or maybe I don't think he would have been that disrespectful in the moment when you look at it.
Because Ben ain't talked about nothing since he didn't take that layup and.
But they killed him for that though. So I mean, I could see him having a lot of hatred towards that city.
True.
Uh, let's see, who is it? Oh, Coach Mion. What's going on, Coach? What's going on, Coach? How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good, man. Hold on, let me get my phone
All right, no problem,
straightened
no problem, no problem.
out.
So,
Okay. How y'all been doing? Having good
we're good, we're
conversation
good.
this morning out here.
Yeah,
What's
yeah.
going on, Coach? What's good? How you doing, sir? This is
It's a little east base, but I mean, it is what it is. A conversation. Yeah, there's been
You got
a little talk.
you got the two best guys on here. They was being fair in their conversation, not being too. They were being modest
Bill and Wooten being modest about what they who they are or about their teammates.
about who they are. It's gonna be hard to stop them two young men.
Mm.
What do you see as for this NBA first annual NBA All Star Game? Of course, we know you're the basketball president for the NBA and basketball operations and putting together the tournament. I mean, the game and stuff. So, what's the expectations? How what can we get? What we gonna see?
I expect a competitive game.
Okay.
I am concerned that if the West doesn't shoot well, the size of the East will overwhelm them. I think the guys talked about that earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the East is really really big, um, and uh, and they can shoot the ball as well.
Mm.
So we're
So,
gonna hope that we have a competitive game, but the West gonna have to play like Golden State and just let it ride.
so is there anything going to be going on like the Elam ending or anything like that, or anything similar to what the NBA does, or y'all just going straight game, or we have the same concept?
So it's just gonna be a regular game, no Elam ending, except it's not gonna be a regular military basketball regulation game. We're gonna do four 12-minute quarters, and so the guys will get to play a lot
Hmm.
and a lot more basketball.
Nice. We got Commissioner Myers on here now too. What's going on, Commish? How you doing?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. I'm on my way. I'm doing a whole Advon thing. I'm doing
Oh,
the advanced party. Advanced party.
advanced party headed to OKC, huh?
Yep, yep.
They're getting ready to roll out the red carpet for these players like Wooten and Bill and all of them. Getting the red carpet ready.
Red
Yeah,
carpet treatment.
I'm really excited about that, man. I've been following Wooten for the last couple of years, and me and Bill go all the way back to Korea, like in 2013. So,
Mm.
uh, to see these guys get a chance to play it on a high platform, I think that's going to be something special. And so, if I got to take a little bit of leave or take a pass
To
to
make it
get
happen.
down here and make sure that everything is right for these guys, then so be it. But
Well, that's what's
you
up.
know, yeah, I like the fact I like how Wooten answered that question this morning.
Yeah,
Which question?
he's scared. He's scared. Talk about the question of who's the top player in the NBA.
Oh, the
Top
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 man,
top center, top
top big
center
Center.
in
man.
the
Okay, right.
NBA.
Yeah. He humbled himself. He was trying to be humble.
That's good though. Humility is a lot of things. Like if someone asked me who's the best coach in the league, I'm not gonna say myself. You
Mm-hmm.
know,
I am.
you got, yeah, I know.
Al said he is. Al said I'm
But
okay.
that's Al though. You got to know Al to understand that statement. But I would, I like the fact that it's all fun, man. All of this stuff is fun, and then you guys are going to get out there and play a basketball game, and we're really going to get a chance to show people exactly what it is we do and why the hell we do it. I really love that.
That part. That part. That part. That's definitely gonna put y'all on the map. I think this is a huge game for the NBA, for the military in itself. I feel like I'm hoping that y'all have a great turnout of people to come in and support the game. Because like you said, this is a huge step for the NBA. I feel like with these two gentlemen that you have here in Wooten and Beal. I hate that I'm not gonna be able to make it. I wish I was gonna be able to check that
I
out.
was trying to avoid the thought of
It's
it.
killing me. It's killing me that I'm not gonna be able to make that, man. But I had prior engagements, so that's
Hey,
unfortunately.
gentlemen,
Yes, go ahead, Coach.
I have a question. Hey Wooten,
Yes.
Uh-oh.
are we gonna get an MVP performance out of you this
Ooh.
weekend?
See, I was thinking about that.
Whoa.
I was
Ooh.
talking to like Andrew and like Bug about it, and I think it depends on the first couple minutes, like how the game going. Like I was telling them earlier, if somebody starts talking, then it ain't an all-star game anymore. It's like a serious like you know,
Okay.
He said
like,
it
See,
changes. He says it
yeah,
changes
like
the whole dynamics.
it goes from like
see, I didn't
being
ask.
friendly
I
to
didn't
like
ask Bill that question because he been around a while. It don't take much to get him started. He just do his thing. But
Just do his thing, man.
yeah,
Bill said, I'm the
And I was sitting,
Bill is all business, man. Bill is all business.
he said,
and
I'm
I
the
was sitting
veteran.
thinking to myself, yeah, it's like him and Bill might have to pull him in, like, hold up, young buck, you know what I'm saying? Wait, just you know what I'm saying, not yet. You
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 gotta
gotta
reel him
pace
in.
yourself. Yeah,
Gotta
gotta
reel him
reel him in, like give him that look, like you know what I'm saying, like hold on.
Hold
he
on.
gonna be smiling the whole time.
Yeah, Bill be like, hold what you got, boo. Hold what you got. Hold what you got. We got
yeah,
we got a long way to go. Hold what you got. Don't deplete all of it in the first half. Don't
Nah.
deplete it all.
When you play so much basketball on so many different levels, all army, all armed forces, SISM, it's all the same, you know.
He said it's all the same. I like how he just like it's nothing to
It,
him. I like how
it
Bill
really is, man.
nothing to
It
him. It's
really
like
is.
nothing to him. He's like, oh, it's
Gotta
another
win.
game. It's another game. That's what's up. But that's a good way to look at it, though. When it's all said and done, to go out there and just look at it as okay. You know what? I done this enough. I know what to expect. I kind of know about this game since I've been doing it for 9 years. So I get it. I totally
Yeah.
get it.
When
That makes
you put pressure on yourself, that's when you start playing outside yourself. Like,
mm,
if I don't
that's
shoot,
very
I
true.
may start shooting threes, or I made laps on defense, or I'm trying to, kind of just, you know what you got to do and just do it. Everything else falls into play.
let the game come to you like normal.
So it's funny that Bill says that because Wooten, for you, like, or, you know, what I'm saying since we've been doing this and since I've been paying attention and having a conversation with you, like your name pops up everywhere from a lot of different individuals and people. Is this a point to where how are you taking this all in? Because now you know, what I'm saying there's a lot of expectations for you as one of the younger ones that's being here, getting ready, enter into the realm of military basketball in general, like Bill just said, SISM, all Army, all forces, NBA. How are you taking this? Do you feel a little pressure, or are you kind of like even killed with it? It's like, you know what, I'm just gonna go do my thing.
Yeah, personally I feel like it's not, to me it's not any pressure because
Okay.
so I've been playing since I was like 4 or 5, and I've like my friends are like in the league, so like it's kind of like second nature. It's like what I do. How like Bill was saying, like you just go out there and play. It's kind of just like you get the ball and you like
Oh, we may have lost Wooten.
so
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
him and like playing with like them. It's like it's different. Like playing with them and then I play like college ball, playing like the like NBA. Like you see the game different playing with like that. I tell Coach Paul this, like I don't mind getting my points off, dump offs, things like I don't really like draw. I can like get myself like in the flow game. I'm more of a let's get the team going type guy. Like, but then like I said, like the reason I was saying like if somebody start talking, then it's like okay, I'll go like 3 possessions where I'll give you 2 straight buckets, and I'll go back to you, but like I'm done talking to you now. Now let's go back to like playing regular ball. Like,
Okay. Okay. I feel that I can
but I
get
don't
it.
really feel like it's a lot of. I don't think it's a whole lot of pressure. I think it's more of. I actually feel honored to like to have people like think of me as such like high level player, like because like in high school I dislocated my like left knee and thought like this was done with for me. I thought basketball was like over with.
Mm-hmm.
So to be able to like still play now and have people like look at me as the way like they do as like the player that I am, like it's an honor actually.
Nice.
I can understand.
Nice.
So I know Bishop. I know you about to get ready to jump off here real quick. So before you do that, I got to get your take on something real quick. Going into the NFL, brother, we got two games tonight that's going to be played from uh, as far as preseason. I don't know how much premise you put into it, but of course you got the Giants versus the Patriots and the Titans versus the Ravens. Of course, the Giants are looking to start their starters. The Patriots are not starting Mac Jones or a couple of their starters. Who just to get the juices flowing a little bit. Who you got for tonight, Bishop? The Giants, Patriots versus, and then Titans and Ravens.
So I'm definitely gonna pick the Ravens over the Titans. Even though I don't know if Lamar's getting to play tonight. I hadn't heard whether or not Lamar's playing or if Tannehill and Derrick Henry is starts for the Titans. But I'm still gonna run with the Ravens in that game. And to be honest, I'm gonna go ahead and choose Mac Jones ain't playing, so I'm gonna pick the Giants. I'm gonna take the Giants to get that win over the Patriots tonight. Being that Mac Jones isn't playing, we do know Bill Belichick is the GOAT of all coaches of NFL football. So and so he probably will find a way. But I think the Giants gonna come out here and try and punch the Patriots in the mouth and try and show, hey, we still that team. We're still a force to be reckoned with. So I'm taking Giants and Ravens.
And see, and this is one of the things in which we was talking about before earlier. Of course, anyone can speak to this. I'll get y'all take it as well. How do you judge? Like we just sit up and say, like we're putting. How do I look and see what my organization is going to do, my team is going to do, and where one team is playing second, third string players, and the other team is playing starters, and it's not the same. So how do you judge that, or how do you, especially from those who are coaches, or even just any aspect, like how do you go forth and basically look and see what you got, where you're not basically playing the same type of offenses or defenses, they're basically you just got a whole smorgasbord of whatever out there because everyone is evaluating. Anyone? That's anyone.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, I feel like the preseason, I feel like players should probably not to like play the whole game, but start at least the first couple of minutes to see like where the team's at for like first couple of possessions. But I understand like not playing it or not. It's like not the first like preseason game. Preseason for the NFL is like 4 games, right? 4 games.
Yeah, three games, three games.
It's three now. Well,
Yeah. Oh yeah. So, I'm a Pacers fan though, so I feel like with the team that we had, which is not really a whole lot, we just need to play everybody. Just
yeah,
we need help.
I personally
Bad.
believe if you have a veteran team, you can take the preseason may not be so important, but if you got a rookie team or a young team, the preseason games are important to see how they react. And I take the same thing approach to my basketball team.
Mm-hmm.
Before we play NBA games, I do a whole bunch of stuff, and guys that play for me say, they trying to win where I'm trying to figure out who can do what in what situation. And that doesn't mean sometimes that means we don't win that game and my guys be mad at me. But so it's kind of, I think, first a coach's approach to the team and how old or young the experienced, might say old or young, but experienced the team is. I think that's the approach you see different in the NBA.
Okay.
I mean, in the NFL, that the
NFL.
different teams take.
Real quick time around before we get into it. Who's your NFL team, man?
I'll be completely honest with you. I'm not a football fan.
Okay, no football. Okay, I can understand that. For and basketball, you're a Lakers fan. So it reference Coach Mayon. What I know y'all have the coaches thing before on tomorrow. Uh, what is going to go into that? Basically, is just going over the NBA, what the NBA has in store going ahead, or what goes into the coaches meeting.
So the coaches summit is actually going to be Saturday morning
Okay,
from
Saturday
9
morning.
to
I'm sorry.
12. No, you're fine. But then this year is going to be a little different than the past years because we're going to, usually they just get in there and talk about rules. But we're going to, redefine some eligibility things and a few rules. But the biggest one that's going to come out is each conference, have to decide how we're going to look this season. Whether they're going to play a regular season schedule or are they going to play a tournament schedule or some mixed match of that, without the the funding from from our
WRs.
different service,
Hmm.
it's kind of making us have to do something different for a season because some bases and some teams are able to travel a little more than others or host games. And so this year, the coaches conference is some or coaches summit is going to really be built on the coaches collaborating together to figure out what each conference season needs to look like, so that when we get to the NBA playoffs, all teams have a path to the NBA playoffs, and not just the few that had a little bit of funding to travel. And then we can have a really good Eastern Conference, Western Conference finals.
Okay, okay, okay.
Hey,
And go ahead, Tyron.
I got something for you. So I know it probably won't happen this year or next year, but I would love to see at some point the military basketball, since it is technically Oconus and Conus. I would love to see get to the point where like the best in Korea, the best in Europe, were able to play against necessarily like the
Yeah,
powerhouse states. Because I know we always talk about the California teams and the East Coast, but there's a lot of talent overseas as well. And I feel like those guys. I mean, over there, I'm sure they get a lot of publicity, but a chance to like play against the best over here as well. So like
Mm.
maybe even not the NBA finals, something like that. Maybe having like one team from Europe, one team from Korea, or whatever it looks like. But I would love to see it get to the point where like the teams over there are actually able to get some love over here as well.
So it's good that you said that, Tyrone. To be honest with you, we tried to incorporate that this year, but by the time we talked to the teams in Europe and Korea, the logistics was a little rough. So we started that conversation already. The two gentlemen that are kind of spearheading the efforts in Korea, one in Korea and one in Germany, or Europe, is already talking to the teams about, hey, look, the NBA Finals is happening this weekend in Kansas City. We need to do, fundraise and do all that so that we can send our champion over to participate. Because that you're right, Tyrone. That's exactly where we need to be. And for those that have never played overseas, they don't understand that it is very good basketball in Europe and Korea.
yeah. I
And
watched. I
so,
watched
yeah,
one of the Korea teams. The Korea teams play. They actually, I think they won the league over there, but they look tough. They look tough. Like
Yeah, unless
really.
you played over there, you wouldn't know like the talent that was over there. I mean, that's where I met Coach Myers at. I think
Hmm.
my year over there, my first in the military, we met in the championship probably 5 times that year. And I mean, we would lose, I think, probably 70% of the time. But I mean, that was my first introduction into military basketball. And I was like, and I played overseas. I played at every level. And it was just as competitive as D1, D2. I mean, it's some hoopers out there, man.
yeah,
Now,
yeah. You're right.
it's interesting that you bring up or said that. I remember having a coach conversation with a couple of individuals, two coaches in the from the NBA, in which I asked them what is the level of basketball, or what is the level of basketball when you come to the NBA, in all services, and they had a interesting breakdown of the correlation between NBA and D1, all forces, all services, SISM, and everything in retrospect, in correlation to that. I'm not going to say who it was. The conversation was not yet, at least. But maybe we'll have to have a segment or build a show around that breakdown to get a panel with a lot of interest, insight to it, to get a whole introspective conversation. So it's a good thing that you said that, Tyrone. So I can put that on my calendar to build that. But uh, so Saturday, like I said, Saturday is the coaches summit with all the coaches that are able to make it. I'm sure, just like the NBA All Star Game is Saturday evening with all the players that can make it. Are any of I know if I correct me if I'm wrong, Coach Mion, that y'all plan to have a slam dunk contest. Who are the participants? Is it high school students or is it a mixture of both? What is the breakdown?
Right now, it's just going to be high school students. They're going to
Okay.
do the 3-point contest and a slam dunk contest. And I
Okay.
like to. So we have I don't know if you guys seen this, a viral video where a young man, high school guy, is slapping on his chest,
Yeah,
talking about, "Trust me,
I,
he's gonna be in the 3-point
trust
contest."
me. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So,
Yeah, he
so
knocked
we
down. He
have
was telling
some,
his teammate to trust him. I seen it.
and that was for the state championship as a freshman.
Oh,
Yeah. So we have some really good contestants in the high school 3-point contest as well as the slam dunk contest. So it should be very, very competitive uh, this at that event.
okay. So high school 3 pointing, and then of course the game with the NBA players. So for what are the things that which are working out for players that aren't able to make it or aren't able to be there?
As far as you mean to
The team, the for the team breakdowns for the East and the West.
for the players that were invited but couldn't make
Yes, sir.
it,
Yes, sir.
uh, that's a good question, man. I haven't even asked that question yet, and I would assume we'll end up sending them their T-shirt or uniform that they would have gotten had they been there. Um, and then in our planning, we probably have failed to address how do we still highlight those gentlemen that couldn't make it because of mission.
Mm.
Uh,
Do
but
they get backfield, or are you going to do a thing like
yeah,
the? Okay.
yes. So we just like the NBA. If guys that couldn't make it because of mission or whatever requirement, we reached out and and got replacements. So
Okay.
I think this evening that flyer that you have with the contestants that's
Hmm.
supposed to be there, that will look a little different because we're gonna finalize the rosters today. The the East will most likely look the same. The West is a little different. It'll be four names that may be different on there, but
Okay.
we'll finalize that today and publish that today.
Okay. Of course, if you're looking for that, it takes a lot. I remember when I was doing my Imperials, Lake Charles Imperials team, and we hosted the All Star game for our organization for the league we was playing in which like I said, a lot of people didn't show up, so I had to sit up and think on the fly. And I think the product actually ended up becoming good. What we ended up doing, so it still was still a little entertaining. Uh, like I said, I use a lot of time. I take blueprints that was before me and just apply it to me as best I can, and then go from there. So I'm very sure it's still going to be, in case y'all have a plan in place, and it's going to work out perfectly fine. Uh, of course, like you said, it's been a conversation, a lot of talk. Saying Team East, Team East, Team East. Um, so I can't wait to see. Now it's going to be streamed, correct? Who's RSN Sports is going to be
Yes, RSN Sports will stream it. Yes.
okay. So of course, anyone that's willing to see it, that wants to see it, will be able to take a look at it. If you've seen any of the other events in which individuals have talked about or came in contact with, y'all can see, check RSN Sports or post on the NBA. Of course, we'll probably share the link as well, so you could be in a way chance, be able to have a chance to see it. Now, going a little back into an NBA conversation, right? Some of which I missed to cover. There's been a trend that has been hitting the basketball, I guess you could say the basketball community lately. I don't know why is it popping all of a sudden. It's been around for a while. Proams. It seems to be like one of the hottest things going on. Of course, was it the fact that did LeBron make it hot this season when he popped up at the Drew League, and then after that, Trey Young and Dejounte Murray popped up lately. Javante Murray has played in three. Yeah, he's played in the Drew League. He played in the crossover, and a couple of weeks ago he played in the Zeke um, in which he went in on Banchero. They went back and forth. I guess he hit Banchero with a move, left him in the dust, and Banchero basically, from my understanding, had a little conversation and popped off the mouth about being the number one team. I mean, the number one overall pick. Kyle Kuzma just dropped 63 in his program at the Drew League. Bones Nyland got into a fight. What do y'all guys think of the whole pro-am trend at this point? Not to mention that they had a program in New York in which they had
The Knicks lost by 13.
by 13. It was a team of three with who was the team?
Obi Toppin,
Obi Toppin,
Julius Randle and Jalen
and
Brunson.
Jalen Brunson. Yeah, and they lost. They still lost. So what do y'all guys think in reference to the pro-am movement?
So I've played in
I,
a couple of programs. They're very, very, very competitive. Like there's a lot of time, like
Competitive. Yeah.
programs. And I think a lot of players, like a lot of NBA players, play in programs. But I think Brian playing in it put like a big spotlight on it. And the thing with like Paulo and Murray, they showed that one play. But like they don't tell you that Paulo dropped 40 and won while getting doubled like the whole game. Like he had 40 points while getting doubled from the second quarter up into the fourth, and they still won the game. They just showed the one play.
So your
yeah,
take on it is that
I
they're. Oh, go ahead, Coach. I'll be Coach Tyrone.
I saw an article saying that I think Murray talked about it, but a lot of these guys don't get a chance to see NBA players for financial reasons, or just they don't have the means to see these guys. So for these guys to come to these pro-ams, these big names, and play at games that sometimes are free, guys able to see like their favorite basketball players is huge. I think for basketball and for the NBA, because a lot of people aren't able to go to those NBA games. So if I can see you at a pro-am, and just be that close to you, I'm sure a lot of kids are getting their dreams, coming true just by going to these games and not having to come out of the pocket with a whole bunch of money.
Coach Mayon.
Yeah, I like the pro-ams, and obviously they've been around forever. But I agree with Tyrone, is that they are accessible now, where they wasn't accessible, 10 years ago. And also, social media is getting it out a lot faster than it used to. And so, but because it's social media, it's just like Wooten say, they drive the narrative to what they wanted to say, and the controversy, instead of saying, just like he said, Paulo put in work that day. But they made it about a experienced NBA player embarrassing him.
Yeah, they definitely did.
Change the
Like
narrative.
welcome to the big game. But they didn't, like I said, like you have to like YouTube it to see like the whole game, because and then I think even then you still have to like scroll down some, so like actually like watch the actual like highlights.
That fast is like the microwave, just microwave the highlights, and you take a look at it and not know really, but you got to really get down and know that, okay, this was a situation. Like I said, even with DeMar DeRozan, he supposedly went off in his last pro-am that he played, the last pro-am game he played in. Like I said, Kyle Kuzma dropped 63, although that wasn't that as important. Because I just happened to come across that. But in any case, there's pro-am games being played all over the country. Like Coach Mayon said, they've been going on for a long time. Like it was a big pro-am. They used to be out in the Lake Charles area, who just stopped doing it about 2 or 3 years ago. You just had the pole bill invitational that happened a couple of weeks ago. So it goes down, of course, in every case. So Tyrone, this is your first time on the show. What we tend to do is we ask a question. What I need you to do is give me your Mount Rushmore of NBA. 4 players that goes on your Mount Rushmore.
LeBron, Kobe, Jordan, Wilt.
Interesting. Kobe, LeBron, Wilt, and who was your other one?
Jordan.
I could go with that. Of course, that's yours. I could go with that.
I guess you could substitute Wilt or Bill Russell, interchangeable for the most part. But yeah,
Same
Kareem
here.
not up there? You got
Nah.
Kareem not up there? You got Kareem?
No. I'm sorry, Kareem. My fault. Yeah, you're right. Kareem. Kareem or
Wow,
Russell.
you pulled back Bill Russell?
He
Coach
said
Mayotte
only
is like
4,
cracking
so
up.
I'm not knocking Bill Russell or like Will, but I think Kareem. My unbiased Mount Rushmore is Kobe, Bryant, Jordan, and if I was being biased, it would be Jordan, Bryant, Kobe, Kevin Durant. But
hell no.
unbiased.
You gotta think you gotta think about where Wu's coming from as a millennial.
Wooten, you almost made like
Yeah.
that whole thing go away by putting KD in that conversation.
I said bias. My bias.
Okay, all right.
And so so when I heard Tyrone basically switch out Will Chamberlain, Russell, and then Wooten add the conversation about Kareem, it's like the conversation we just had yesterday about goats. Like, is Bill Russell considered a GOAT? 11 championships, 6 MVPs. Is he a GOAT or is he considered a GOAT? Or does he get overshadowed
Yeah, I
by
mean, you think
Kareem
about when he.
Abdul-Jabbar?
Yeah. But back then, what he accomplished, because I mean, you think about the era where he played in. I mean,
Correct.
that definitely plays a role.
And then like he did things off the court that was like historic too. So he was bigger than just like basketball. He did.
Exactly. I was just going to say
Yeah.
that, Wooten. Bill Russell was more than basketball, and he only played 13 years. You think about everything he's accomplished in 13 years.
11 championships.
Yeah, and the only time he didn't win was when he was hurt.
So is he in that a GOAT talk? Or is it be like you said, is it undermined because of the era he played in, which was the same era with Wilt Chamberlain?
I think
So
the era, like I think the era played a big part in it.
Yeah, they only had like 13 or 14 teams, and it was easy to put talent on one team way back then. So I don't put him in my GOAT conversation because of that. That doesn't take away from how he played or how he played or his effectiveness. When I think GOAT, I think a gentleman that changed the way we play basketball.
okay.
And
Steph Curry?
he ain't there yet for me. I ain't gonna lie to you.
He
Even though
will
he
be a
has,
GOAT when he retires.
yeah, I agree with you, Tyrone. He'll probably get there.
He's changed it.
Because he did change the
Some
NBA.
people
He
don't
changed
like
not
it,
only
but
NBA, he changed basketball completely.
So it's interesting that you say that, Coach. I know we got a few more minutes. What is how is Kobe in the GOAT talk? Did Kobe change how we play basketball?
Kobe's not in my GOAT talk because, in my opinion, he duplicated what MJ did.
Okay.
He didn't do anything different than MJ. But that's just I'm an old dude, and so that's me. Younger guys will lean to Kobe, and that's fine. I don't knock either one.
That's what we saw. Yeah.
I know I have a hot
I think
topic.
that plays. I think that one thing he said, that's the biggest thing.
What's that, Tyrone?
The era you played in. So
Okay, yeah.
if I'm a millennial, what Jordan or Bill Russell, what they did, like that, I didn't see it. So how could I say that's my GOAT when I'm just reading about them,
Yeah.
Online compared to I seen Jordan, I seen LeBron, like that's my GOAT because that's who was that's who ruled my era. So I think that plays a big role. Is what era did you grow up in?
Hot topic that I think a lot of people are going to. I got the 2012 team. 2012 Olympic team beating the Dream Team in 5.
See, you've said that before, Wooten. And
I'm telling you, they're going to beat them in 5.
You say the 2012 team would beat the Dream Team in 5?
In 5.
It could happen, Wooten. I wouldn't put nothing past them. But that Dream
It
Team
wouldn't
was
be
something
easy.
else, man.
It wouldn't be no. Yeah.
I'm not saying that it won't be like blowouts, but I got and if they're playing like 90 rules, then I'll give them 6. But it ain't going to get 7.
Oh man, if they playing 90 rules, they might be a 3-0 sweep.
No.
It's only a few guys on that 2012 team that can play with the physicality.
I personally feel like the matchups don't go in the favor. Like because they were like prime like bronze.
So
D-Wade,
the
D-Wade.
2012 team: Tyson Chandler, Kevin Durant, LeBron James, Russell Westbrook, Deron Williams, Andre Iguodala, Kobe Bryant, James Harden, Chris Paul, Anthony Davis, and Carmelo Anthony.
Now read the Dream Team.
Solid
That's very
in their prime.
Let me see the Dream Team. Go ahead. I'm listening to Wooten. Go ahead as I pull up the Dream Team.
like that's like Bron, D-Wade. All 4 of them were like they're like well, Katie was entering his like prime years. Bron, Melo, like they're all in like they're like prime. Kobe, D-Wade. James was not James Harden. He was alright. Russell was still really athletic. That I don't know.
The USA Dream Team: Charles Barkley,
Tyson Chandler's cook.
Charles Barkley. Wait, hold up. Let me say this ain't the right one. Oh wait, hold up. Yes, it is. Hold on 1 second. That's not the right one.
He was like 1992.
Yeah, I pulled it to
Yeah.
96.
Yeah, I think it's 92. Yeah.
Yeah, it's 92. I put it. It was. They gave me the 96 one. 1992. And even hell, now I think about it, the 92 one wasn't. The 96 one wasn't that bad. All right. What's that roster? Okay, here we go. Christian Laettner.
Anthony Davis
Okay.
is cooking Christian Laettner.
Okay. All right. I'll give you that one. Now let's move on.
David Robinson, Patrick Ewing, Larry Bird, Scottie Pippen.
Larry Bird's getting cooked.
Stop it.
What?
Michael Jordan. That's
Larry's getting
blasphemous. Kyle Drexler, Karl Malone,
Cooked.
John Stockton, Chris Mullin, Charles Barkley, Magic Johnson.
Chris Mullen's getting cooked.
Stop it. Do you?
John Stockton's getting cooked.
Oh my goodness.
Karl Malone cooked. They all getting cooked. Who was Larry Bird guarding?
Whoever.
No.
Who's guarding Larry? Like,
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Who's guarding Larry?
Whoever.
Boy.
Ain't none of them guarding KD. Nobody's guarding Bron.
So you telling me Scottie Pippen couldn't guard KD?
So who's gonna guard Bron?
Karl Malone.
Charles Barkley.
No.
David Robinson.
No. No. I think Kobe and Jordan cancel each other out, but other than that,
Okay.
CP3 is cooking John Stockton.
There's not been a guard to cook John Stockton, not one that living.
Chris Paul will be that one, the cook John Stockton.
Okay. Chris Paul got to guard him too now.
Magic's gonna cook Russell. Who else? Nobody's guarding Melo.
So who guarding Clyde if somebody else guarding Michael? Who guarding Clyde?
We can put Kobe on Michael. Clyde is self-check. We're gonna let him shoot. Who else?
Okay.
Tyrone, get your man.
they getting cooked in 5, maybe 6, but they get.
Oh, hey,
I don't
everybody's
see them.
entitled to their opinion. Everybody is
I
That's
entitled
don't
to their
that
see them
part.
opinion.
You are
guarding
so right,
KD.
Coach. You are so right, Coach. Because that first when he said who Larry Bird's getting cooked, like I
He's
just
getting
watched some
cooked.
stuff with Larry Bird the other day. That dude, man, come on. Or even Chris Mullin, like come on,
Cooked. He's
hard
getting cooked.
nose, come on.
So
Chris
first of
Paul
all,
getting
James
cooked.
Harden won't guard a soul, and he's the
Back
seed.
then, James Harden played defense. He played defense then. That's when he was with OKC. Yes, he played defense. Offensive wise, he wasn't really all there, but he played defense.
And
But
I'm just saying, who gonna stop the round mound of rebound doing what he do? Who gonna deal with that mouth and that elbowing and all that stuff? Who gonna do that for you?
Tyson Chandler.
Who?
Tyson Chandler. He can grab
Tyson
boards.
Chandler gonna have his hands full with either David Robinson or
I think Dwight Howard
Or,
was on that
or
team too,
Ewing.
wasn't
Patrick Ewing.
or Kevin Love. Kevin Love was like on that team too.
Kevin Love can't handle them two big boys. You can forget that.
That's when Kevin Love was with Minnesota,
I don't give a
averaging
damn.
like
I
20
don't
and
care
20.
what Kevin Love was. He ain't got that. But hey, man, like I said, everybody got their opinion. As Tyrone
Everyone's tied
said,
to their pillar.
you grew up watching these guys, so that's why you feel that way. I grew up watching those guys, and everybody that didn't grow up seeing Larry Bird in action says he's too slow, he's not athletic, except the guys that played against him.
See, I'm not saying he all that. I'm just
Yes,
saying
for real.
he's not guarding Kevin Durant.
Okay.
He's probably not, but he's giving buckets to anyone on that squad.
And I bet Kevin Durant ain't guarding him either.
I think he holds him to 15.
You
But
need to go watch some clips of Larry Bird in action.
For real. That dude was nasty. And backed up what he said.
Yeah. That dude used to tell people, hey man, I'm scoring 30 tonight. Where you want it from? The 3-point line or you want it in the post? He used to tell guys, hey, I'm gonna go left, hit you between the legs, behind
Top
the back,
players.
and lay it. And he would do it.
I don't know. I got them winning in 5, maybe 6.
So, Coach Mayon, before we get up out of here, Galmore hit you with a question.
He trying to talk me into something right now. I ain't gonna let him take me down that road.
Okay.
Tell him they in my top 3. They in my top 3. That was a good one. You
They're
tried
in
me.
the top 3.
Yeah, they in my top 3. Yeah.
So y'all, you heard it here, Galmore. He said they in the top 3. So,
I'll
like
say
you
this.
said,
I'll say this to
uh huh.
everybody that know me and know the teams I've had. I'll take that team that he's talking about, the 2014-15 Daegu Assassins. I'll take that team to any tournament, and I think we'd win it in wherever, at whatever year, at whatever time. I'll take them anywhere.
So, of course, you hear Galmore. You got the question that he answered your question. It's coming out. We of course, as we said, tomorrow on Saturday, we'll be able to post a link. Be looking out for more conversation in reference to the NBA. Or, of course, as Coach Mayan just stated, they're going to have another post where you can give a finalized roster, so you know who is representing from any of the closest installations near you. If you're in the OKC area, be sure to go check them out on Saturday. Entertainment, see some of the top players in high school with the 3-point shootout and the slam dunk contest. More entertainment. As a status display, you see the military equipment. It's going to be a whole vibe, a whole event. Y'all be sure to catch us here every Monday through Friday, 09 to 1100 hours. That's Central Standard Time. Of course, there's other shows that go on throughout the E2G network. I know this afternoon about 6, they're going to have a conversation as a pregame, saying, based out of the New England area. They're going to have a pregame show for a reference to their beloved Patriots. Be sure to catch that. always, look forward, appreciate y'all coming on with us. So we appreciate Wooten, Jaquan Wooten, as well as Coach Mayon being here. Tyrone was here. Of course, Bishop had a happy anniversary to them, Bishop and his wife. Commissioner Myers, as he said, he's on his way on his Avon mission to get to OKC. Plenty much more, like I said, when we have a conversation to get all service coaches on women's and men's basketball. That's Coach Ron Barty, uh, Coach Parker, Coach Walcott, Coach Uriah, Coach Collins, Coach Paris, and then a couple of more others, Coach Richardson, all to have a conversation with them. It's like we say, we got you here. Gentlemen, before we get out of here, any last words?
Safe travels to all those folks traveling to Oklahoma City this weekend. Be safe and get there, and then let's have a good weekend. Let's have some fun.